Hello and welcome, each and every one of you. My name is Mavis and I'm Miriam's mother. The reason I'm talking to you is because pupils who've taken part in Miriam's vision often ask that her family is invited to the school. Since it is our hope that Miriam's vision will be taught in as many schools as possible, and as there are now only 2 of us left in our family, it will be very difficult to accept all the invitations to visit. It is therefore convenient for me to talk to you in this way, and I hope you will understand why it can't be more personal. My guess is that you are curious to know a little more about Miriam, about her vision, how it came into being, what it was intended to achieve, and also perhaps to become better acquainted with Miriam as a person. What was she like, and what did she mean to family and friends? I'll try and tell you. Those of you who have already taken part in some of the lessons will know that we had to wait 4 days after 7/7 before we came to know that she had actually lost her life in the bus that was bombed in Tavistock Square. At first we went numb with shock, and then, as reality gradually dawned on us, we began to experience grief, not only for our own loss, but for the sheer senselessness of what had happened to thousands of others all around the world. How could the taking of innocent life serve any useful purpose? How can grievance, no matter how justifiable, be resolved by causing death, injury, and untold grief on a massive scale? And how can survivors, families and friends of those who'd lost their lives, who've lost the lives of their loved ones, deal with avoidable and completely negative events? For us as a family, the overwhelming feeling was that something very wrong had happened. So wrong that our personal life had suffered an imbalance which somehow had to be put right. No one should be made to suffer so needlessly and so deeply. As individuals, we were also aware of a sense of helplessness in the face of hatred, destructiveness, and cowardice. But in time we came to realize that we may be helpless as individuals, but not as a group. So we began to draw around us people with a wide range of talent, willingness and ability to join in ventures of compassion, altruism, and humanity, all in Miriam's name. Together, we built a memorial for her in Odisha, one of the poorest states in India. This memorial is called the Miriam Hyman Children's Eye Care Center and is within the L.V. Prasad Eye Institute. And the dedication of those who work there, doctors, nurses, counsellors, is all exemplary. What we are doing in the UK is establishing Miriam's legacy, which we call Miriam's vision. And those who benefit are teachers and their pupils, who use this program of lessons in 7 subjects. We would like to reach as many schools as possible so that the lessons can be used and enjoyed, and that together we may live in a society which is inclusive and safer from all forms of extremism. We are confident this is what Miriam would have wished. Miriam's vision includes opportunities for schools here to fundraise to save the sight of children in remote areas in India. And in this way, we have built a bridge between what we do in health in India and education in this country. It is important for us to remember not only how Miriam lost her life, but how did she live it. She had many gifts and interests, but art was her first love. We have reproduced most of her paintings and pastels in a volume which is used in the art lessons. She mastered activities by sheer discipline and then allowed herself the freedom to simply enjoy it all at will. She could draw with precision and paint with abandon. And as one of her professors said of her, Miriam seems to have been forever exploring, learning, always excited, never complacent. Miriam attracted people to her as a moth to light. This is what those who knew her have said of her. Judith, a friend from secondary school. Miriam amassed friends like a magnet, and she kept them too. A truly successful person is one who cares about how they treat others and about how they make them feel about themselves. Karen, a friend from infant school. Miriam and I have known one another since we were 6 years old. She was an unconditional constant in a world which is very varying. Chris, from work. Her enduring warmth and an overwhelming sense of how to make you feel special made me seek her out often. Always marveling at her thoughtfulness and her generosity. In her short life, she was a greater force for good than anyone I've ever known. It makes her pointless death all the more tragic. Esther, Miriam's sister, has said, Mim brings out the best in people. I use the present tense because she is continuing to bring out the best in people. The extent to which she is loved is a source of joy that will endure. Speaking myself for Miriam's family, what we miss most is her great companionship and the sheer joy and laughter she brought to our lives. I leave you with Miriam's own words in a letter to us, her parents, while studying abroad. I'm so happy to be alive, to be me, that is, living my life. This is what I wish for each and every one of you, that you might find and appreciate blessings in your own lives. Thank you so much for listening.